1AM, also known as Zen, is the underground's newest and up-and-coming star,
being one of the members of a popular collective called Slime Crew, alongside artists like OhSxnta,
OkayMar, and Osamason, artists who are dominating the current underground scene and running up crazy numbers. Zen's been putting in work day and night, and has been stamping himself in the underground scene with hits like Foreign, OK, 100, and my personal favorite, Want To. While carving out his own fanbase and going on a crazy run, he's making waves in the underground, from his music to even memes. He's got a loyal fan base and gets a lot of praise despite the rampant clone allegations coming from all angles. But people don't know he's been grinding for a while and is on track to blow up if he continues making moves. If you don't know 1AM and you're curious about his music, or you're a diehard fan exploring his discography, allow me to put you on, because today we're gonna figure out who is 1AM, where did he come from, in a deep dive into his discography.
Hey, I don't even get no fuck. I put like 10 rest in my truck. I blew a band finna make that up. She said a dick finna make that up.
You often hear him say Zen in his songs, which is short for his real name, Zenon Castillo. Zenon stems from Greek mythology, meaning the gift of Zeus. His parents kinda cooked. They knew he was gifted like since birth. 1AM, his rap name, is extremely unique, and it really sets him apart from everybody else. He tells the story of how he got his name in an interview with St. Clout. Go check that video out, by the way. Long story short, he couldn't get FL Studio because he didn't have a computer. So he downloaded FL Mobile and started to cook up some beats. He then made a fire beat late at night at 1 in the morning, and he thought it was so good that that's gonna be his rap name.
I made a beat called 1AM. I was like, hey, this kind of hard, bro. I think I was like 7th grade.
Zen was born August 10th, 2004, making him 20 years old because his birthday just passed. Being born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the city I'm also from, is a little crazy. You don't hear many artists coming out of Milwaukee except for DC the Don. Growing up, he says his early life was like any other kid who played video games like 2K and Call of Duty. But he got put onto the music scene by his friend in middle school, which is how most of us get put on. After getting put on by his bro, he would develop an interest in music and wanted to start making his first song. His first song I can find is called Fendi, dating November 8th, 2019. For his first song, it's not that bad. The mixing is just a little off, but it's not the worst start for a 15-year-old. Here's another song he would drop before the end of 2019. He dropped a few more songs by the end of 2019 and would continue growing in 2020. In his discography, he has a total of 14 projects from what I can find through Amazon Music, Deezer, Genius, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Now, for the sake of this video, I went back and listened to all these projects from start to finish, so you can't say I don't do shit for you, bro. Go ahead and drop a sub if you fuck with the editing, and let me know who I should do next. By the way, this video is heavily inspired by my boy OhSxnta. Go ahead and give him a sub and watch his videos, as I got this format and style from him, and he gave me the green light to make this video. We all know that the release of Eternal Take and Whole Lotta Red dropping in 2020 completely shifted the direction of underground rap. Entirely new styles of beats would be pioneered in this era, which would influence Zen's style. His first 3 projects were released in 2020, as he was only 15 years old and he just started making music. His first project, titled Star Worldwide, which released January 18th, 2020. But I can't find the full EP for shit. I've scoured the internet to find this full project. From re-upload pages to YouTube videos and SoundCloud archives, it's just scrubbed from the internet. There's only one song I can find called Star Worldwide, which is just the intro song. It features this very melodic beat and sounds right for the time, being 2019, 2020, in that melodic trap Lil Mosey era.
Nigga don't fight, got sticks, yeah. Pull up and they with a blade, yeah. I even kill my hip, yeah. Walking bodies like a shit, yes.
He says yeah like a million times, but he's still learning, so it's okay. But since I can't find the full project, I can't rate it, so I'll just give the song a solid 4 out of 10. Very standard melodic trap for the beat and the vocals for a 15-year-old Zen. Untitled being his second project, released April 2nd, 2020. His age really starts to show in this EP. His delivery and flow is very reminiscent of a young high school kid, but this project is peculiar. Somehow it features Summers and Can on the songs called On the Low and 4K. But after doing some digging, bro just added his vocals to dialogue from Summer's Lost Files tape, which is hilarious. He also just added his verse to the Can song, originally called Austin 2. was 15, what do you expect? Everybody knows people that adds their own verses to songs, and it's always funny. This album, I can tell, has inspiration from Wieland and Lil Tecca with his song Where You At. He has a solid bass for delivery and flow for the time and his age. Honestly, it's not bad for him being 15 years old, and I'll give this project a 4.5 out of 10. All these projects will be linked in the description if you want to go check out his old music. The next project he will release is titled Hereafter, dating April 24th, 2020. This is a short EP with 3 songs called I Spy, Go, and 1600.
Yeah, I can't throw with that bitch, yeah, she always have a mood. Yeah, we playing I Spy, yeah. All I falls on, yeah, wake up, get this check. I got BBs on my neck, and a bitch, yeah, you best cook me, she too fat, man, and she not a rental, yeah, I'm staying this money.
A very melodic and upbeat album I can tell is inspired from Eternal Atake. The beat selection is just insanely good, very much Eternal Atake inspired for sure. Still only being 15, he's improved by a good margin, and I would recommend listening to Go. It's the best song on this tape, so I'll give this EP a chill 5 out of 10. You can tell he's young and still experimenting with his sound, but 2021 is his development arc for sure. In 2021, he released 3 more projects, and his growth as an artist is incredible during this time. Fresh into January, he'd have his first collab with his go-to producer TDF on the song called You Was Here.
You was here when I'm at my lows, yeah. You was here when I didn't know ya. You was here when I really told ya. You was here when it was no one.
They develop a close relationship and continue to work together until this day. Months later, he would dive deep in his bag and immediately improve with his 4th project.
Pause. Before you get into this next project, I forgot to mention a very significant part of the story that will actually be important to 1AM later. 1AM's official archive titled Blunted Knife, where he dropped his first song called 6, prod by Stupid Zoo and Ugly Friend on February 5th, 2021.
Bad nigga, bro, as fuck, I been saying that. Gun as fuck, yeah, I lay back, niggas cat, nigga, how you fake that?
0000 is the name of his 2-track EP, which released May 17th, 2021. At the time of release, he's now 16 years old, and puberty fucking hit him like a 200 pump to the dome.
I mean that big D, yeah, right in the 2C. Got a money, gotta go for your feet. She said I'm gold, might is. We at her body, she dining. Talking on game, you diamond.
His voice is deeper, and he greatly improves his flow from previous projects. Honestly, I think both of these songs are good, and I actually recommend them. I hear some can in his delivery, which is very prevalent throughout his early music. I'm gonna give this EP an 8 out of 10. His flow and production shot up crazy, and he's already improving after only a year of making music. Before his next project, 1AM will collab with Perc40 on the song One Time on September 15th, 2021. This is also the earliest collab I can find between them. The song features a very smooth delivery from Zen, as he's a lot more confident punching in his lines.
I'm in that day where I'm too stuck. Can't fuck with niggas like Clue Clucks. I sell about nigga $2.
The beat is ambient and spacious. It's for sure a song you can throw on in the car while you're driving around at night. His next relationship he developed would be with another prominent rapper in the current underground that we mentioned earlier, OkayMar. He said he met Mar through SoundCloud from his single called Off of Zen.
Only gonna fuck if the bitch bad. I got 30 hanging out this man. I'm feeling really good off the Zen.
He was fucking with the song, so he DM'd him and they started to work together shortly after. The earliest song I can find from these two is titled Telly, which released August 29th, 2021. Mar and Zen will go on to collab on tons of more songs in the future, and their biggest song being Ya, releasing April 20th, 2023. Also featuring Osamason. This won't be the last time you see Osamason, as he makes a debut later in 1AM's career, so keep an eye out. Working with other artists is a great way to spread your sound, and OkayMar and 1AM right now are going up together after years of being locked in. One is the next installment of Zen's archive, released October 1st, 2021, and he's now 17. This EP is 6 tracks long, and the production value continues to increase from project to project. He continues his dark plug arc, which might be his domain expansion because he just floats on these beats. The two best being Haha and Let Me Go.
Get a nigga gone, became miss, but a nigga know. I said that tissue, big ass, look like miss. Man, let me go. Come a little Batman, I gonna roll. Cool like Batman, push there we go.
These tracks all mesh together really well, making this project cohesive as fuck. His ambience and ad-libs are next level here, as he sounds a lot like Izaya Tiji mixed with Can. His project also features a beat produced by Cole, who produced Knew It by Ian. If you're into Dark Plug, I recommend this album as it's another 8 out of 10. Up next is Winter, a 3-track EP released on November 17th, 2021. This is the final project of the year, and he'd finally make his mark with the track Deja Vu.
She said I can't love you. She said I'm loving on you. See the judge.
This song currently sits at 180k plays on SoundCloud. He'd start to dabble into Dream Plug and then make his return into his darker sound on So What.
We got sticks like Max Payne. Ain't got his head like that Lil Wayne. Better that she get freak at brain. Oh, that's your hoe, what's up? Bitch, I'm my king. Feel like I'm tight. Slap on her ass, she got a butt.
Still hearing some Izaya Tiji, which is gonna be prevalent throughout his music. It's the guy he's mostly compared to. Regardless, his sound was still improving, but none of these songs really stand out to me. I'll be giving this project a cool 7 out of 10.
Pause. This is fucking cap. I don't know what I was thinking. Mid-edit, I had to call cap. This is an 8.75. I don't know what I was thinking. Back to the video, bro.
Jumping into 2022, his sound is solidified and he's almost perfected his flow. Zen released Zen, March 20th, 2022, featuring 8 tracks with more production from Perc40 and TDF. He also relinks up with Cole, who does a great track on Selfish.
I said, but I took that now, sick. Bitch, I'm a weird ass nigga, you wish. Bitch, I don't think I'm hot, no shit. That nigga, bro, he got no shit. Bitch, I don't care, I don't get no shit. I'm your hoe, got the whole shit. Flipping that pack, I got more shit. I'm finna wipe a nigga, no shit.
He really solidifies his flow on this tape as he dives into that can-can Izaya Tiji Slay World era. And he almost perfects the classic Izaya Tiji whistle, which is just heavenly. Dark Plug seems to be what he's most comfortable with as it sticks consistently between the songs. The best track on here, and probably my favorite Zen song ever, is Ran Off.
He's how I run the game, get his ass smell like a club. You was not gay, look, bro, you cannot get in this club.
And he learned how to play with the inflections of his voice, which I absolutely love. This is probably my favorite feature of underground music. Fluctuating your vocals is a great way to add to your bag, and Zen does it really well here.
But then Zen proceeds to create his classic sound on Bottega and Ain't Feeling Good. Now these two songs are a great base for his sound then, and a springboard for his sound going into the future.
Big body bands, like a truck, boss on your own, I get on fuck. Okay, this nigga, they do too much. Hit a little nigga with that tutu wet. I'm on it, guess I ain't feeling good. I said, that shit feel the wood. Yeah, he wants to smoke till that nigga pipe down. 1, 2, 3, turn nigga lights out.
But this project has one fatal problem. I keep bringing up Izaya Tiji, but this song, if you don't hear any resemblance in his music, listen to this track and tell me it's not Zay. It's a little long, so lock in.
Yeah, hot, yeah, nigga, get your egg on, hot. Yeah, wanna see my song, rockin' red, for that chrome. Yeah, for that chrome. Just with vibes, how they been, with a little red. Turn on, get pop like a zit. He's all about it, just for that shit. We ask God, I cannot miss. Better my cousin, you see me on piss. Too many sons, got too many kids. She give me her brain, she give me that lid. You know I'm talking, nigga, in this all. Hot, yeah, I'm finna pop up just like a soda.
Nigga, you hear that shit. Come on, bro. Let's not even beat around the bush, bro. That's Zay.
All in all, this EP is another solid 8 out of 10, very consistent sound, and he's been adding some badges to his resume. Before we jump into the next project, follow me on TikTok as that's where most of my content is. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, but back to the video. August 1st, 2022, 1AM drops a song called Doggin' Me, which has since been deleted. It's the earliest collab I can find between him and a special feature with an artist who's probably the face of the underground right now, Osamason.
Jump in the pussy, I jump in the witch. She got an ass, I love how I see her. They didn't add it, lots of shit. They call me Lazane, I'm fucking your bitch. They call me Lazane, I'm shit. I see you, bro, parking the whip. Shit on fruits, can't hurt no bitch. Watching the bros, they gon' switch. Brand new bag of the game to switch.
These two have continued collabing since then and are still making music together right now. They'd even have a studio vlog together made by Toxic Lifestyle just last year. Osama and Zen work really well together, and you can see how well it pays off with both of them being really hot in the scene right now. The second body of work he'd release would be on September 16th, 2022, titled Myself. At the time of the release, he was only 18 years old. There's another 8-track EP, majorly produced by Perc40. This is his most diverse album yet, with songs like Sorry and Too High.
Hey, I don't even get no fuck. I put like 10 rest in my truck. I blew a band finna make that up. She said this hating on me, really don't know why. You cut that net, yeah, say it for your wife.
Ad-libs throughout this tape are noteworthy because he absolutely floats through this project. In my opinion, Adderall is the best song off the tape.
Hey, who is he? I don't know. Hey, these bitches be with me, I can't fuck with hoes. Hey, so took his page, nigga, how that go? Hey, you niggas ain't stay on the net, I can't fuck with those.
But I can't forget to mention probably one of Zen's waviest beats right next to Deja Vu would be Now, produced by OhSxnta.
Shorty won't fuck right now, blowing on gas right now. She says, hey, baby, right now. He talking top of the pipe down.
A short but diverse, punchy, and ambient EP, you can tell this area is him really building on his framework and just getting his reps in. He's really trying to solidify his sound, which I think this project shows his diversity here, and I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10.
2 weeks before his next project, on December 4th, 2022, he would drop a staple song that's still being played in his community today, produced by Perc40, probably one of Zen's best beats. I'm talking about Like Ya.
I like ya, I just spin up and like ya. Rest up on me, spin like ya. Bitch, I run with that cake. You gon' get sprayed up like them. Dead lights ain't who that's him. A too bad hoe, be like him.
I think this beat was a real turning point for not only Perc40, but also for like TikTok, Instagram memes. This style of beat only grew, and I feel like that's why we have these loud 808 memes that stem from this area of Slime Crew's producers' bag.
Zen returns to give us Winter 2 on December 28th, 2022. Another EP with 5 tracks. Bro really just likes EPs. Like, he's only released like 4 studio albums, but a turning point is an understatement when it comes to listening to these projects in order. I feel in Winter 2, he has found his perfect vocal chain and has finalized his flow. I really enjoy Confusing, as it's an extremely melodic song, and it's the perfect song to throw on if you're going through something with your girl or a girl you're trying to fuck with.
Don't want shawty down, get confusing. Went to the sunset, fuck it, blew like 2 bands. It's yours and I win and then you losing.
He tries a few older styles like in the song Clear, which reminds me of like that 2K17 Hoop mixtape vibe, if you know what I'm talking about.
Talk down, let it spray. Too many holes of the way. Your nigga paving the way.
Now these 2 songs are great, but on track 1, Lies, produced by Perc40, is something really special. If this album was an NBA team, it'd be the 2017 Cavs, not 2016. This album doesn't win at all, but it definitely puts up numbers. And Lies would be the Kyrie of this 5, the glue of this album, the future of 1AM, and the concrete for his framework.
10 ball, let me show you some. I need bread, bro, for them crumbs. Do that boy, man, he so dumb. Puffin', guess I feel my lungs. Too many risks, got plenty funds.
This song sounds so recent. Like, if you were to show this to a casual Zen fan, they probably think it recently came out.
He was really in the lab experimenting with hella styles on this one, so I have to give this a 7.75 out of 10.
Cap, it's 8.25.
Ending 2022 off with some extreme improvement, he really got consistent with uploading music and dropping tapes. As this year was more of his grinding era, he stayed consistent dropping singles during the 6-month break between Zen and myself. And this is important to do as an artist. Carving out your own lane takes years of work, and Zen was never afraid of experimenting, which has been clearly shown to pay off. 2023 is the year Zen sees major success and ultimately his breakaway into the spotlight. Dropping a total of 4 projects that year, he really took off into a whole new lane, which got him where he is today. Starting off 2023 with a 10-track album titled, well, I don't know how to pronounce that, releasing on January 13th. This entire album was exclusively produced by TDF, which featured melodic tracks like Dean and Can't Save Her.
Your pockets, they don't eat. My pockets, they eat. You can meet me in your dreams. You got a problem, come on, solve it. Too many hoes, walking a party. Me and TDF, man, get this shit started.
The best song on here, though, is Scream, which I love the ambience and ad-libs.
Bitch love me, I love green. I'm in that rain, you can't see me. Pull me up a cup, sipping on lean. That one's in, now she a fiend.
If you smoke, I recommend throwing this on your playlist though for some chill vibes.
And lastly, Kicking Shit might have been one of Zen's craziest 808s up until this time.
Kicking shit with the gang, kicking shit with the bro. Fucking thoughts, hitting hoes, hit a judge, smell like hoes. That bitch, she so white like snow.
But really, I think this project is cool. You know, I think that he's done better in the past and he does way better in the future. So it's not bad, but Zen can do more. And for that, I'm gonna give this one a cool 7.
Rolling into spring 2023, before Zen's next project, he dropped a song that gave him some insane recognition. A track that would be probably his biggest at the time, produced by Boolymon and Osamason, titled Trace.
Hey, He want smoke, he get let down. Blowing gas, straight out the pound. Big dog, straight out the pound. Hey, you get fired up, spray down. Y'all, just hit it, just put it in the spray ground.
You can hear the inspiration OhSxnta brings in the beat as well as Boolymon's signature style. It's sitting at 243k plays on SoundCloud, and it has more plays than any song he released prior, and it's probably how you found out about him. After this, he go on to release a 4-track EP titled Stealth, released March 28th, 2023. This is a 7-minute EP, and I'm pretty sure it's just old songs he made an EP out of. Stealth, Selfish, Myself, and Attached are songs featured on this EP, which is listed on Apple Music and Spotify. All these tracks originally came out in 2022, and Selfish was on the previous project, Zen. So since this is more of a mixtape, it won't be getting a rating. Keeping his foot on the pedal, Zen drops In My Head, a 10-song album on May 12th, 2023. And this album goes crazy. Completely new energy, fast-paced, and way more lit than the previous album. Some of these songs were even self-produced by Zen, like the intro song Jump Out.
I'm going about the wheel, yeah. The hell won't throw hips, yeah. I'm finna jump out the wheel, yeah. That hell stay on dick, yeah. I keep touring my hip, try run up and you get spilled.
He has found his bag and he is deep in it. This album also features Osamason on the song Track, and they both glide on this bitch.
I don't want cuff, I want the rack. Put her on the team, put her on the track. She on my body, my dick, she mad. I'm a little Simon, we get to the cash. Talking on game, but we on your ass. Danny and Suddy, boys be ass. I had a CTS, back one couldn't EBS. Got my match from CVS. Just on red, I feel blessed. And I cash, bitch get cash. They wanna see me that. I been too geeked up by the rack.
I mean, the production from Boolymon, 30, TDF, and Perc40, plus the Osama feat, this album is a must listen for sure. The best song on here has to be Track because they just complement each other so well. I mean, Boolymon made an alien-like beat on the song Kryptonite, which fits the title perfectly.
Oh, yeah, they try to be my gang now. Cut up, now they hate. How? Show red, now they fake. Now, they want send they chase. Cloud, my dick ain't get no break. Wow.
He really ups his flow and makes a catchy chorus on the song Bye Ho.
Shit, that shit good, shit, I know. Hey, bitch, she acting weird, told her bye ho.
This album is just very nice, very great energy, amazing production, vocals, variety, everything. I have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. A short 2 months would pass and Zen will release one of his biggest songs to this day, sampling a popular meme from I Show Speed, Ben the Dog, using the sample on the song Film, produced by TDF.
Told that hoe she drunk, told that hoe she drunk. Bad bitch wanna make a film, bitch jumping loud, bitch wanna make a movie, I'm like when you slide. Money in that bag, what you want? I got YSL, Saint Laurent, I got it on my own. We send 2 shots at it, don't, yo, we gon' send her home.
I mean, he got in his fucking duffel in this one, sitting at 524k on SoundCloud, being an absolutely huge song for him last year. The beat switch, the flow, a very Osamason adjacent vibe, which Zen does really well, but this wouldn't be his last time striking gold. Just 11 days before Halloween, Zen would drop a staple album which would pivot his career only upward with the release of House Party, a 14-track album on October 20th, 2023. He is now 19 years old with a solidified sound, musical peers, and incredible potential. TDF being the main executive producer, as well as Perc40 and a special guest, Rock on the Track, who produced for Uzi, Ken Carson, Trippie Redd, Blady, and Osamason. These guys create absolutely transcending beats, and the production on this album is just marvelous. My favorite beat on this album has to be Two Friends, which is also the best song.
She was spinning knock, I want bed in this bitch. I just blew it back with twin, we got bands in this bitch.
The synths, leads, and sound effects on this album make this more of an experience than an album. This album does take you on a trip that feels as chaotic as a house party, which is insane. Out the Earth is where the production really cranks up to 10, as this beat just doesn't make sense. The cover art as well also reminds me of Cardi and the Osamason. I know, because he's in a bed with girls, yada yada, whatever. It's a really cool cover art, and you can tell Zen spent a lot of time really making this album. This project just has insane replayability. You've got songs like Coke.
You got money problems, I don't think about it. I got too many hoes, but I don't need nobody. Bitch, I'm in that scat pad, riding wide about it.
And Trap, which features a phone call me intro of a girl telling why you don't call me, just like Cardi, Ruby Rose. It's a great song.
And yeah, you just don't want to say call me and shit like that. Like, you're weird, bro. And then you text me out of nowhere, but then you call me weird. How you gonna text me out of nowhere and say
bound on no asshole. Get if I gon' knock you off the map, huh? Kicking that shit down right through the back.
In total, I just can't get enough of the energy presented throughout this project. Like, he's just really on another level. He does not let up on this one, and I see why his fan base is so crazy by him, because he just really turns up when he wants. This album is great, from production to vocals. The entire theme is cohesive. It flows together well. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. It just really shows his capabilities. 2024. The current 4 horsemen leading the underground is Laser Dim, Osamason, Netspend, and Ian, if you want to count Ian. You could also say, like, I don't know, 2 Slime. A ton of people are discovering the sound after such smash hits like Flex Music's completely taking over the underground, but where does that leave 1AM? Some fans that are tapped in will tell you that 1AM is just an Izaya Tiji clone, and we have to address the clone allegations before getting to the end of this video. Is Zen a Zay clone? Let's just ask this and be straight up. In his earlier years, it was apparent he was inspired by Izaya Tiji and Can. It's clear as day. But I can comfortably say, me, an underground vet, after listening to each and every single project from start to finish, he's found his own sound. He has. Izaya Tiji has inspired tons of artists, and in my opinion is top 3 to ever pick up a microphone. And Zen has used that inspiration to carve out his own lane. So people can stop comparing them, because it's just not the same anymore.
Kicking off the year with a bang on January 19th, Zen will drop another self-produced track to stamp himself as next up in 2024, with the release of 100. Getting 320k plays, Zen has started the year off right and delivers catchy beats that set him apart from the scene. But this wasn't enough. With more gas in the tank, Zen comes back next month with a new form. Blonde Zen is unveiled for the first time in the snippet Foreign on February 23rd. Produced by the most notable name in the underground right now, Okay. I mean, this duo is incredible. Zen's melancholic flow complements OK's work so well, and the fans ate this one up, clocking in at 547k plays to date. Zen has got no time to mess around. Wait, no time? Y'all remember how I said Cardi would influence his future, and how I mentioned that SoundCloud archive page, Blunted Knife? Well, Zen would log back in and drop a remix to one of Cardi's classics from Die Lit, titled No Time, on March 15th. Some fans prefer this version over the original, and it's a good song. Personally, I fuck with it, but if you think it's worse, some fans might say, what you mean? No, seriously, like, what you mean? The next banger that Zen dropped to solidify his spot at the top of the underground. No money, tell I what you mean. Brought your hair off hella beans. Bitch, gon' hear God what you need. I put that shit on hella clean. It's clear these past 4 months have boosted Zen like never before. With fans creating images like this, it's safe to say he isn't slowing down anytime soon. The production value is turned up with every new release, and his spree would only continue with his next album.
One Life, Zen's most recent album from May 30th, 2024. One Life can be described in just 2 words: an experience. Some projects I would consider to be in this category are Anje Deshu, Nothing More, Nothing Less, Free Wave 3, and After Me. My favorite track on One Life is tied between Want To and Let You Down. She called me like Zan, do you want it? Hey, I'm on 30 bands cause I want it. I won't let you down on me. I can't let me down. I can't let me down. Busy for the team. Pockets fat, green. I got money dreams. I won't find the things. Walk up in this hole. I got 6 up on my body. They like, oh, that's it. When I walk up in the lobby. It's okay, keep going. It's okay, keep going. It's okay, keep going. It's okay, keep scoring. Out of body experience this album is, and the production has to be best of the year. Honestly, I can't recommend this album enough. It's a 10 for me, and I highly recommend taking the trip through this project. I can tell I will definitely be listening to this for a while.
Summer hits, and Zen would expand his reach to even greater heights, because his next song would be the biggest single he has dropped to date, getting over 2 million plays on Spotify and over 1 million on SoundCloud. The song that was inescapable in September, I'm talking about Vogue.
more than my twin on go. My dog bitch, she straight from Vogue. Change it up, that swag was old. Spent some commas on my clothes. Ain't no help, it, just my bro. Best came in, dripped out my hoe.
It was everywhere on TikTok, and he dropped a music video which did insane numbers, and it honestly deserves its flowers because it's really unique. After the hit sensation Vogue was, Zen locked in all of September to get ready to release his best work yet, One Death, the highly anticipated 8-track EP that would follow up his breakout album of One Life. It is everything I said about One Life and more. The leap of creativity in songs like FaceTime, which got its own music video by .com Nervin, and Alicia Keys has to be studied.
You saying, bitch, I ain't high. Cool yellow like Beehive. Right now, I'm just gonna be they love me for me. Put all that shit inside there, what you seeing me.
Zen literally produced FaceTime himself, which is honestly insane. The underground has gotten so good at producing self-sustainable artists who can make their own beats. We've got artists like Zen, Two Hollis, Dev Stacks, Tana, Majins, Pretty Fun, and Skywater, who we will be taking a closer look at very soon. This album was actually 63% produced by Zen. Out of 8 songs, he produced 5 himself, with Clams Casino assisting on Top Dog. This whole album is beyond a vibe. It's extremely replayable, and I think my favorite is Alicia Keys, but I also love Celebrate, and of course, Death of Me.
I'm like, what you want from me? Yes, you want my company. You gon' be there, death of me. Rest came in, finna celebrate this shit with some handy. Going way too fast in a bit.
This EP is an obvious 10 as every song provides innovation and pushes the underground forward. Zen is a dime a dozen who can say they created their own wave or next wave. All of these projects deliver in their own way. From going on tour with Osamason just last year and his Well interview, I really love seeing Zen and his evolution from homeless Zen to blonde Zen. Speaking of watching, you made it to the end, bro. Give yourself a pat on the back for not closing out this video to go send low balls on Grilled for that double skull hoodie. Instead of hitting send offer, hit that sub and tell me your favorite Zen song and what anime you're on right now. All the music for links will be in the description. I appreciate you and I'll see you later.